Today we're talking about Airbnb scams and how to not get your account hacked. Sounds scary, I know. We recently had this happen, and I figured it was an internal meeting that we spent probably way too long on it. But I was like, this would be a freaking great opportunity to share this with other hosts. Drop your questions down below. If you're watching live, give me a one in the live. I see we got at least a couple people on. I'm going to share my screen. I'll be giving these notes away in our free community side hustle host. So let me know if you want the link there. Actually, I'll just drop it in the comments below. If you're wanting some free value, join there. All right, Airbnb scams. How to avoid getting hacked. So this is actually something that's recently happened. One of our team members, our head VA, brought it up to us that it was pretty freaking scary, because it was a very, very well done scam from Airbnb specifically. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna tackle Vrbo first because it's easier, and then Airbnb last. So stick around to the end. It should be only like 20 minutes. So rock with me. All right, let me share my screen real quick. Make sure everybody can see that. These are kind of recent trainings that I've done, but this one right here is the one that we're gonna be talking about today. If you haven't been watching the replays, man, I've been putting a ton of value out to help you guys crush on Airbnb, Vrbo, self-manager, a client of ours, it doesn't matter, just making more money and making being a better host. So, all right, Vrbo, we're going to tackle 2 for Vrbo and then 2 for Airbnb. What I mean by guest scams, these are like questions that guests ask to kind of get you to volunteer up info that you probably shouldn't. And then this one is the interesting one, the verification scam. Really, really thought out. And then there is some Airbnb scams as well. So Vrbo, I'm calling them guest scams. Let me stand up. I've been sitting down too long today. All right. So Vrbo guest scams. If you have hosted on Vrbo, you probably have gotten at least one of these questions. Is the property available? My favorite. I don't understand how or what the purpose of this is asking, is my property available? Maybe just to I'm thinking maybe warming up an account to make sure that it's not flagged as spam over and over. Of course, you're going to say, yes, the calendar stays available 24/7. Usually the follow-up to that is this right here. Something along the lines of, my company will be paying with a certified check. If you could just provide me with your address, account, and routing number, I will send that certified check over, and then we can proceed with booking. That is honestly probably the easiest scam to point out. It just crosses so many things that you should never do. Never give out accounting, routing number, especially to a stranger, with the address, and specifically over Vrbo inbox. So that's a big no-no. Hopefully that's a super easy, low-hanging fruit. Most people that have never seen it usually can spot this one. This one's a really easy one. The more complex one, this dupe, what I'm calling dupe email. I don't know if that's a real word. I don't know if that's how you spell it. Once again, I'm not an English person. I'm a math and science. So hopefully, Grammarly didn't underline it with a red squiggly line. So I should hopefully be good. Don't call me out in the comments, please. All right, so this is actually, let me make this a little bigger. Tax form required for payments for Vrbo. Looks legit. It's got the logo up there, the blue font, it's formatted just like a normal Vrbo email would be. So I worked in IT. This is a classic, what they call a phishing, 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 where they're trying to get you to click this link. To an uneducated host, this is oh, of course I want my payments for Vrbo. Yeah, let me fill out this tax form. So this is actually looks really, really good. I've trained our team, and then all of my recent IT clients in another life, never click on the links. Never. I don't care how legit they look. If you see this, go directly, open up a new tab. Do not click on this link. Go directly to Vrbo and see if there's a banner that says, hey, tax form info. Go to your notifications, go to your account. Worst case scenario, just reach out to Vrbo specifically and be like, hey, I got this email. Is this legit? Did you guys send this? Somebody on the phone will be able to tell. This one right here, this is a pretty easy one to spot for me. Maybe not to everybody, but you can actually, let me zoom in a little bit up here. Can I go further? Crap. All right. So Vrbo customer support, that's the name, right? Email name. Sales at bondly.io. I don't even know what Bondly is, but I highly doubt they are a Vrbo rep. So the person scamming here could have like hidden that a little bit better. But that's an easy one to kind of spot out and be like, oh wait, hang on, this is a scam. So don't click on the links. That one thought that one was pretty good. All right. If you have questions, drop them below. So this one is actually, let me go through this one first, and I'll save the best for last. Airbnb guest scams. So asking for a video of the property before booking. So after booking, it's like, okay, you're a legit person, you've paid, you're good to go. Asking for a video of the property. Like, this is the only real estate transaction that you don't tour the property before purchasing. Like if you're buying a house, you're definitely viewing that property, or you're FaceTiming with your realtor. So I get the ask, right? I understand it. The problem is pre-booking here. So we probably 4 years ago, we actually used to do video or tours of the property. We would meet guests out there. I actually went at least twice. And both times the guests did not book. So I was like, this is a waste of time. I would not say you should do video. You should not do tours before booking. Now, a video before booking, oh crap. Okay, I want to do a video. It's like, that's a decent ask. The question is like, okay, if you have a YouTube video of it, or like iPhone video, you can't send links or videos or anything before booking. So what we've done with this one is just like, okay, you can book and then we'll send you the video after booking. That usually resolves it. What I think is a better solution is Matterport tour. So this is a virtual, we call it virtual tour, where it's a 3D tour. It's done with a special camera that we have. And it literally, like, if you've ever been to Zillow and kind of walked through a house while you're like clicking on the floor and like, that's what a Matterport tour is. Matterport's just the software and hardware that goes behind it. What we do, we take that a little step further for people that want to view the property, but obviously we're not doing tours. So this is a good step in the right direction. What we do, we actually add the QR code on top of the first image or one of the first images on the property. So that way they bring it up on the desktop, they can just scan the QR code, and then they can literally walk through the property. I think it's allowed for Airbnb and Vrbo. Obviously, if you do like a QR code to a direct booking link, that's no bueno. Don't do that. But this is like actually a tour for the guests. It's helpful for them to see the property and book the property. What we used to do was we had our inspectors take a video of the properties. Like, they would literally walk through the properties with their phone and be like, okay, here's the kitchen, here's the living room, here's the bedroom, like talking through it. We just found that the Matterport tour was a little bit better. So that's what we do now. And honestly, it's worked really well. So those are kind of the Airbnb scams. Man, I've heard of some kind of crazy ones. I'll save for another day, but these are like the most common ones. Not really scams, just things to look out for. All right. So this one is the meat and potatoes. That is honestly, like, I am impressed by who has pulled this off. This is a recent one. Like, it came to my attention from our lead CSR maybe last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, to where a call comes in from Airbnb. It says Airbnb support. And it's the same phone number that like the legit Airbnb support comes from. Same number. I don't know how they've done it. It's a very, very complex scam. And what they do is they'll ask for feedback on a recent policy change. I think the exact example is like, hey, we are providing hosts, we're getting feedback for this new policy change where you can get reimbursed for damages or something along those lines, which if you're a host on Airbnb, like they already have this. You don't have to opt in. You don't have to volunteer. Like it's already built in and you already have it. You don't need anything. So what they'll do is they'll ask for feedback and they'll be like, okay, yep, got it. Thank you. And then they'll say, essentially to opt you in to this new feature, which you already have access to, which is part of the scam, they will send you a verification code to activate this feature. And they'll ask you to verify it on the phone. Once again, it is from the verification code that they always send. Like if you log into Airbnb to ask for you for a code, it is the same phone number that they send. And then what they'll do on the phone, they'll be like, okay, if you can just read that verification code out to me, what they're doing on the back end is they're trying to hack your account. They're trying to log in and verify who you are by using your two-step verification, aka your phone number. So somehow they have called from Airbnb's phone number and sent a verification code from the normal verification code phone number as well, which is a separate number. It is pretty freaking scary, to be honest with you. Luckily, our team called it, but I'm putting this out there so everybody knows. What we did, we found the best solution is to what our lead CSR did. He ended up realizing it was a scam on the phone and was like, no, can you just, I need you, like, I don't know who you are. Can you message me on Airbnb? And they were like, no, like we have to do it over the phone. You know, they were kind of caught off guard, but we did a great job. I'm super proud of him. But essentially the solution for us that we put in place was message us on Airbnb directly. So you have to not only have this dupe phone number, these two dupe phone numbers, you have to be part of the Airbnb organization. And then you have to be part of the support and to message us directly. So nowhere else, like we can't do phone verification. I don't know who you are. I don't know how you got this number, but it has to be done through message. That's been our workaround, and it's worked out very nicely. Never read out a verification code via phone call. That's the lesson here. Never read out the verification phone call number. Kate, I know you're big into these communities. Have you seen this specific one, or maybe one similar? Yeah, it's pretty freaking scary. So once again, recap, Airbnb will call you, say there's a new policy change. Do you want to opt in? They'll ask for your feedback, and then they'll say, I'm sending you a code to verify and get you access to this feature. They'll send a 6-digit code, which is also legit. And they will ask you to read that out to the scam person. And then they go and try and hack your account on the back end. I don't know what they're trying to do. Maybe to shut down accounts. I don't really know their motive, but something to definitely watch out for. So these are the 4 things that these 2 right here have been something that have came up this week, this or the past 2 weeks. So once again, hopefully you guys have not fallen for this. I know hosts that have fallen for this, and it's pretty sad, but definitely keep an eye out. If you hear of anything else that I may have missed or anything else here, please share that. I will do another one. I'll make posts about it, like whatever. This is I don't like this. This pisses me off. Ooh, okay. Chelsea, thanks for watching. I think they are trying to change the payment method and put funds in their account. It's probably what I would do if I'm scamming somebody. Well, I mean, you would get an email. You would get an email saying like your payment method has been changed. So that's another potential way that you could hedge against this. But yeah, you're probably right. They're probably trying to change the payout method, or just completely take over the account and, who knows, maybe hold it hostage or something. So Yeah, that's probably the motive, Chelsea. I appreciate you. Hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. If you have any follow-up questions, shoot me a DM at Caleb Shore on Instagram. Chelsea, change payment method and password. Yep. That's exactly. Yep, exactly it. Cool. Thank you guys. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. Once again, we do this Friday at 1 o'clock every Friday. And then we also have Q&A Wednesday at 6 p.m. where we'll go through just frequently asked questions, things that I've got from either students or clients or other hosts that I want to kind of share with you guys. So once again, thanks for watching. Peace.